better speakers. Adele hopes that she can help Kitty this morning by giving her constructive feedback. Please welcome Adele Burney.
Thank you, Kitty. It was such a great speech that you did today. You talked about how to manage difficult clients, and that was such a great thing because even those of us who aren't therapists, we have to deal with clients or people in our everyday work world. So you gave us some great recommendations on how to deal with them. When you came up to the podium though, one thing that you might have done to just kind of command that presence is to just be quiet for just maybe one little moment, okay, and then start into the speech. But you have such a good presence up here. You seem very calm. I loved your vocal range. You sound like a therapist. Good. It's very reassuring. It was almost kind of like we got a little lulled into things for a while. So you might want to vary that pitch a little. Bring it up, bring it down. Give us some, when you're talking about other people and how they're talking to you, take on their voices or something like that. Because it's just such a nice, soothing voice. I love that. However, when giving a speech, sometimes we want to modulate just a little. Okay. One thing that I liked are your hand gestures. They were great. You had some great hand gestures where you drew us in. There were some times that I noticed that you kind of flashed a little. That could be out of nervousness or just what to do with my hands. I suffer from that too. I'm like, what? My hands? It's like they're not even touched. Just kind of waffle around. I loved your points on how to manage the clients, but one thing though, since we all had these, it would have been nice if you had, given some reference to the fact that I've given you these tips. I'd like to talk to you about these tips that I've given you, because I think I finally caught on around tip number 3. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute, where have I seen that? Oh, it's on that paper that's sitting next to my desk. There, So you might have just kind of drawn attention to it, or maybe at the beginning of your speech, let us know I've given out some handouts, so people were aware that there were handouts on the tables. I mean, that was great. The other thing too, you had some great comments that clients are not kin. I love that. That was so cute. People like to talk about themselves. It's true. When you gave us that empathy point about the woman who had to take care of her husband, that was such a great story. However, I think it could have had a little more emotional punch to it, maybe in your telling of it, because I really think it brought everything home on how you deal with clients by seeing their point of view as well. However, I think that maybe you could have played the emotion on that, maybe just a little bit more on how this poor woman, she's sitting at home all the day. There's no humor in her life. Just really bring it home how humorless her life is, and that's why she doesn't get the humor that other people are giving to her. Other than that, it's a great speech with great potential. One of the things, though, let us know at the beginning that a little more about your work. And that would have been perfect. But going out, you can take this speech out into the world and tell us more about how to manage difficult clients. So great speech overall. Thank you.